Yo, what's up, guys? What a win for Milan today, defeating the defending Serie champions Napoli 2-1. Now, guys, where do we start with this game today? Now, what a start by Milan today in this game today. First 3 minutes into this game, Christian Pulisic continues his incredible form to start the season, makes an incredible run on the left flank, guys, and finds a wide open Alexis Salamakers with a phenomenal pass by Pulisic. Great finish by Salamakers. Phenomenal start by Milan to take the early 1-0 lead 3.5 minutes into the game. Now, the only thing I didn't like after the goal is that Milan sat back a little bit. Napoli started dictating possession, dictating play a little bit. They started threatening Milan a little bit. Mike Maignan made some good saves in that first half to keep it at 1-0 for Milan until obviously later on in the first half, of course, where Milan obviously came in on a counterattack. And Strahinja Pavlovic, man, oh man, what a run that this guy makes. He's been doing that a lot to start the season, making these darting runs forward. Makes a great run into the box, finding Fofana on the cross there. And then Fofana with that beautiful little layoff to Pulisic to make it 2-0. Just a beautiful goal by Milan. And Pulisic continues his hot streak, guys. 6 goals in 7 games to start the season, plus 2 assists on top of it. This guy here couldn't have started off more hotter than he has right now. And Milan played really well in that first half, staying compact, not giving very much to Napoli. And it frustrated Napoli, as you can see in that first half. And Milan go into halftime taking a 2-0 lead, which was a great first half by the team. I think we could all agree on that. Now, obviously, to start the second half, things did not start off very well for Milan. Of course, Napoli continued to dictate possession. We're pushing high up the field. We're forcing Milan to sit back. And then obviously we saw Napoli put in a great cross in. McTominay and we saw both collided for a header to hit Maignan. Maignan makes a great save. But unfortunately, Estupiñán not looking, of course. Di Lorenzo's able to sneak in behind him. Estupiñán pulls his shoulder. And unfortunately, straight red card for Estupiñán after a VAR check, of course, originally getting a yellow. Napoli go and get the penalty. De Bruyne steps up the spot as we saw. And he makes it 2-1 for Milan, still, of course, cutting the deficit down by 1. And then Conte made changes, and he subbed out De Bruyne. Surprising signing. De Bruyne wasn't happy about that. He subbed out Politano, 2 of the more impressive players for Napoli, I would say. And then he had the substitutions like Neres and Luka. Neres came in and really busted chops, as we saw later on in the game. He hit the crossbar, of course, deflection by Luka Modric. Obviously, we also saw Rafael make his return finally after a month onto the sidelines, guys. So it was great to see Rafa get back on the field. Of course, what I didn't like was Allegri taking out Pulisic. That was a bit of a surprise. I think we can all agree that was a bit of a surprise. Pulisic was one of the best players on the field, and Allegri took him out of the game. I don't know about that move. It was a bit questionable, but Allegri got his substitution spot on because Milan was able to defend that game. He brought in Athakami and Bartasaghi to cover the wings, brought in Cheek to come off for Fofana, and guys, Milan, you got to give them credit. And this was a defensive masterclass by them for 40 minutes, defending the way they did against Napoli. And Milan find a way to sneak away with 3 points. And now we are top of the table. There are a lot of things in this game that we can look at. Maignan made some key saves at the end of the game there, especially that one save on Neres. Neres made that great shot, and Maignan, great diving save near the end of the game there. I think Athakami and Bartasaghi were a little bit nervous, but I thought they did okay. Defensive-wise, they really did a good job closing out the wingers for Napoli there. Cheek did a good job coming in for Fofana, bringing energy. What can we say about Luka Modric, Rabiot, Salamakers? These 3 players specifically, and obviously Pulisic, of course, have just been absolutely spectacular for this team to start the season. Absolutely world-class this midfield has been to start the year. Now, I know it's early in the season, but this is a statement win for Milan to close out a game like this against the champions. The defense was solid. I thought Pavlovic played well. Tomori was playing well until he got subbed out for De Winter. Obviously, he had a bit of a knock in his growing there. Gabbia played well, cramping up at the end of the game. They were playing solid, the entire team. Now, obviously, I don't like Milan sitting back a lot. I would like for them to control play and dictate possession, but when you go down a man after that, I thought Milan did everything perfectly other than after going down a man. So, first half, I would have liked if Milan dictated possession a bit more instead of letting Napoli dictate play most of the first half and a little bit mostly of the second half, of course. So, That I would like a little bit of a change, but other than that, this was just an incredible win by the team, showing fight, determination, unity as a squad. Just a completely different side from what we've seen last year. Milan would have not held up for a win last year with the squad they had last year. The overhaul that they've had this team, the coach has done an incredible job. Massimiliano Allegri deserves nothing but credit and praise for what he has done for this team in such a short period of time. Milan have done a great job to start the year, only conceding 3 goals, scoring 9. This has been an incredible start to the year, but like I said, it's early. You got to play Juventus next, a massive matchup for Milan. Top of the table now for the team, guys. Things are looking very, very positive for the squad. Leao's back, and on top of it all, the Curva Sud is back. What a roar that was to hear the Curva Sud at the San Siro today. The San Siro is like a library when the Curva Sud is not singing and chanting. It is fantastic to see the Curva back at the San Siro singing, being loud. The San Siro is such an intimidating place when the Curva Sud is singing. It is such an advantage for Milan when they are there, guys. And it proved it today. They battled today, the team, and the Curva cheered them on. And you could see it in Milan's play. They fought, and they showed the grinta and determination to get the 3 points today. And now we are sitting alone at the top of the table, of course, off goal differential. Roma and obviously Napoli are right there with us, of course. They have done a great job as well. But the way Milan has played, guys, nothing but positive things to say about this club right now. They just got to continue playing this way, continue this form. Allegri's just got to continue rotating guys, making sure everybody gets involved. Obviously, Nkunku didn't get involved today, of course. Obviously, going a man down. I didn't expect him to come into the game today. Leao played what he had to do for 30 minutes. That one play there where he had 7 defenders on Rafa was hilarious to see. That's how much of a danger he is for Milan, guys, on the counter especially. Napoli, he strikes the living fear into Napoli. We've seen what Rafa's done to Napoli in the past. He strikes the living fear into them. And Milan, I cannot continue to give this team enough praise for how they battled today. Just a tremendous win by the team today, guys. Tell me your thoughts and opinions. I thought the squad was great from top to bottom, defensively, of course. Attacking-wise on the counter, solid to see Pulisic continue to lead this squad. Guys, defensively, in the midfield, everything is looking good defensively. Nothing but great things for this squad. Let's see what happens in their next game against Juventus. If Milan win this game against Juventus next weekend, things only look up for the squad, guys. And we can continue to look at trying to get the Scudetto this season if Milan find a way to beat Juventus next weekend. But guys, tell me your thoughts and opinions about this game. Just a great performance, a gritty performance by Milan today. The entire team deserves praise today. Tell me your thoughts and opinions. Thank you very much for watching as always, guys. If you like this video, subscribe if you guys want to see more content. Forza Milan sempre as always, guys. And remember, if you do not watch sports, you're more. Ciao, guys.